Hello and welcome everyone to a jam-packed South Brunswick High School, as this is the setting for the 2022 NJIAA Boys Volleyball State Final between the three-time defending state champions, the Old Bridge Knights, 25-7 on the season, taking on the #1 team in the Garden State this year, the Southern Regional Rams, 33-0 on the year. Hello everyone, I'm Dan Long, joined alongside by Josh Noble. We'll let you see if you can hear the starting lineups before we get underway for our championship match.
Number 20, Angelo Adiego. Number 30, Landon Davis. Number 15, Lucas Key. Number 4, Matt Recook. Number 12, Nick DeMaria. Number 21, Drew McNellis. Number 10, Gavin Bates. Number 3, Nick Maserchia. And number 9, Ben Olcott. Head coach, Eric Maxwell. And assistant coaches, Ryan Fredrickson and Eric Sharkey. Now, the starting lineup for the designated away team, Old Bridge. Number 6, David Flores. Number 2, Evan Jasmine. Number 11, Alex Pelosi. Number 17, Paolo Chernishaw. Number 4, Lake Rock. Number 8, Rob Altdike. Number 21, Massimo Goko. And number 18, Jeremy Smith. Head coach, Andrew Hoffman. And assistant coaches, Tom Woney and Bob Weiss.
So those were the starting lineups for both sides. Old Bridge 25-7 on the season. They come into this final having won 5 straight matches on the season.
Athletic Association. These rules were
In their run to another appearance in the state final, they defeated Colonia 2-0, St. John Vianney 2-0, Hillsborough 2-1. St. Joe's Metuchen, who had been their Achilles heel in this season, they had lost 3 times to St. Joe's before defeating them in the sectional final. Then they took down the #2 team in the state in Scotch Plains Fanwood 2-1 in their last match in the state semifinal round. Old Bridge is led by head coach Andrew Hopman, who has led the Knights to 3 straight state titles, as Old Bridge trying to make some New Jersey volleyball history here today. A win would give them 4 straight state championships. That is a feat that has never been accomplished by any school. 3 other teams have won 3 straight state championships in a row, none 4. Southern Regional has been perfect. 33-0 on the season, led by coach Eric Maxwell. Their road to the finals included wins against Washington Township, Manchester Township, Williamstown, Eastern, and in the state semifinals against Fairlawn. They have not gone to a third set in any of those state playoff matches, and only twice, just twice this season, have they had to go to the necessary 3 maximum sets. They have gotten their business done this season in straight sets. They're looking to enact revenge after losing in 3 sets here last year against Old Bridge. They're looking for their 7th state championship in school history. That feat would tie them with Bridgewater Raritan for the most boys state titles in boys volleyball history in New Jersey. Old Bridge looking for their 4th state title as they are making their 4th straight appearance in the state final. Old Bridge will be in their white, while Southern will be in their black uniforms. As we are about to get underway for the start of set number 1. Again, it is a capacity crowd here at South Brunswick. They have 1 set of bleachers open up, the other side closed up, and the sound is raucous. And we're underway with the first service of set number 1. As that's hit into the net, that's going to be a point for Southern. Nick Pastercia, number 3, is the senior doing the service. 191 service points on the season coming into today's state championship. As that's played over, last time was not being able to be returned by Old Bridge. That's deflected, last touch out of bounds off of Southern. That'll tie the score up at 1-1 here in set number 1. First service opportunity here for Old Bridge. As Southern will look to return to themselves. Looked like it was going to be going out, but actually it got hit into the back line off the hand of Blake Kraft, out of bounds, and that'll be another point for Southern. They take a 2-1 lead. (2-1) your score here for Southern Regional as they go back to service. Chernasev gets the points right near the net for Old Bridge. Pavlo Chernasev, the senior outside hitter, 201 kills on the season and 16 kills, 2 digs in their win in the upset in the semifinals against Scotch Plains Fanwood. Old Bridge again playing their best volleyball of the season, peaking when it matters the most. That went off the fingertips and out of bounds off of Old Bridge, so it's going to be a point for Southern. Both teams have been trading points. It's a 3-2 lead with service also here for the Rams. Dane Colson will serve for Southern. Angelo Adiago was the one doing the service, and that time just a little too short at the net for Southern. They try to just have a little bit of a fingertip touch on it to drop it over that front line that was crashing at the net. Could not get it up and over. Old Bridge ties it up at 3-3 and now will serve. Robert Obdyke, the libero, started the service for Old Bridge. Good rally. There's Obdyke saving that one. And Old Bridge will take their first lead after Finn Olcott, the libero for Southern in all white, could not handle the heat of that shot. As that's finished off for a point for Old Bridge, who have now taken a 4-3 lead. Again, we're just underway as that's going to be a service error into the net, tying it up 4-4, giving the service back over to Southern. We're just underway, the start of set number 1. What an atmosphere. Second straight year we have this identical matchup. Old Bridge taking on Southern. Old Bridge won last year in 3 sets. They won the opening set 25-21. Southern came back to win 29-27 in second set, but then the 25-21 third set won the third straight title for Old Bridge. Good dig by Flores. David Flores, one of the senior setters. There's Flores getting it up and over. Setting it up. Drop shot. It scores the point. Southern back-to-back points. It's a 5-4 lead now for Southern. After Old Bridge had taken their lone advantage so far this opening set at 4-3. Lucas Keene, number 15, serving. Keene had a big performance against Fairlawn. 9 kills. Could not save it there as that dove, but fell inside the back right corner for the point. We're level at 5-5 here in set number 1. These two sides have met twice so far this season. Southern winning both matchups 2-0. Last time they met came back on May 19th. 2-0 win for Southern. 5-5 the score early on here. And that finishes off with the point for Southern. Drew McNellis. McNellis, the senior, with 132 kills on the season. And 6 kills and 1 dig in the win against Fairlawn in the semis. Olbridge getting it over. Saved before he could go deeper in the line. Another forward dive. Met at the net. Southern looking to keep this play going with a rally. Olbridge fans living and dying with everything. Matt Karam saved over to the near side. McNellis looks for the point, gets it again. Back-to-back points for number 21 in black. "33 straight wins on the season. Southern has been flawless. Their last loss, you have to go back to this state final, June 14th, a 2-1 loss against Olbridge here at South Brunswick. As that's going to be a service error into the net. That's going to give a point over to Olbridge and service as well for the Knights. Olbridge now serving. Kraft doing the honors. Nellis, who's had a hot start here for Southern on that near side wing. Kept alive, the Rams go right down the middle for the points. That time is Lucas Keene, the junior who leads Southern with 326 kills on the season. From the back line, found that point. 8-6 lead now for the number 1 team in New Jersey. Here in set number 1, Dan Long, Josh Noble in a capacity and loud and raucous crowd. They've been waiting for this rematch from a season ago. At the net, good net front presence again, blocked away by Olbridge. A couple of blocks. Nellis lofting that one skyward. Obdike got it to his teammate. A deflection in front, and it just trickles in front of the back line as Landon Davis, number 30, couldn't get to it in time for Southern. Point for Olbridge. And the Knights have cut into that deficit. It's 8-7. Service coming over to Olbridge. They're in the white. Southern in the all black. Little miscommunication. Davis has to go back and save it. Southern gets it over in time. Jacob Lipinski was the one starting with the service. And that trickles off of Southern last, a deflection after they try to make a diving dig. It goes out of bounds. Back-to-back points now for Olbridge, as Olbridge has knotted the score level at 8-all. Never been more than a 2-point lead so far here in the first set for Southern. Diving down, Finn Olcott, the senior libero. Blocked in front and scoring the point. Olbridge on a run now. 3 in a row to take a 9-8 advantage. Might have been Blake Kraft that was the man who got that block. But then there's that service error. Lipinski serves it into the top of the net. That stops the 3-0 run in this match for Olbridge. They turned a 2-0 deficit at 8-6 into a 9-8 advantage. Now it's 9-9. Again, you're watching the 2022 Boys Volleyball State Final here on NJ.com, your broadcast home for the Spring State Championships, all May and June. That one is deflected away. Lucas Keene came soaring in Too hot to handle for Old Bridge as that's deflected wide of the mark, went out of play. And now it's back-to-back points for Southern, who have recaptured the lead, now at 10-9. Nick Paserchia will serve. He had 6 service points against Fairlawn. Popped up near the back, near the net, and it's going to be a point. Old Bridge, that time it looked like David Flores was trying to win it backwards to set up another teammate. Flores, who leads New Jersey with 779 assists on the season, coming into the state final, was trying to have some words with the official. So now both teams trading 3-0 runs, and that's again another point up in front by Southern. Starting to win those points at the net. 4-0 run for the Rams, and Southern has taken their largest lead of this opening set at 12-9. Paserchia still serving. Old Bridge has had trouble here at the net. Now just trying to dink it over was Flores. And long shot, that time by Keene off the mark. Old Bridge waits for it to go out of bounds, and there's the point that the Knights were looking for. They get the service, down 12-10. Flores will do the serving. Keene blocked in the nets, but he got it over in time. Old Bridge just not able to return it. It's now 13-10 Southern. Back to their largest advantage of this opening set, 13-10. Old Bridge setting it up on the far side wing. Cross-court winner. Chernisov doing a nice job there. Pavlo Chernisov, 201 kills on the season for his career, 296 kills. Getting that winner from the far side to the near side. 13-11, Southern on top. Keene, did he get it? No, just went wide. That was so close to being a pinpoint drop in that far corner. Keene missed. He did not miss by much. 2 straight points now for Old Bridge have pulled them back to within 1 at 13-12. Evan Jasmine's service too long. That gives the point to Southern at 14-12. Southern student section now starting to get loud in support of their Rams, trying to finish a perfect season at 34-0 and win their 7th state title in the process. Blocked in front, last deflected off of Old Bridge as it went out of bounds. So again, the size right now on full display for Southern. For the 3rd time in this opening set, they've taken a 3-point margin, 15-12 now. Cook and Keene were the ones in front with the block. That one just coming in. Finn Olcott pleading his case. The libero incredulous at that call, as that was deemed to be in on the far side by the official in the back line. 15-13. Dyke had started this off, and then it deflected last touch off of Flores out of bounds. Southern with another point. They're back on top by 3, 16-13. Last state championship for Southern came in 2017, as Lucas Keene now will be the one doing the serving. Keene got it into the top of the net. Service error. Point for Old Bridge. 16-14. Rams on top of the Knights. Bridgewater Raritan, Cherry Hill East, East Brunswick, and Old Bridge. The 4 schools that have completed three-peats in history. Old Bridge trying to become the first team to ever win 4 in a row. As that's blocked again at the nets, and another point for Southern. 17-14 Rams. Old Bridge has only led on one occasion so far in this opening set. Now Finn Olcott will serve. At 9 digs, 2 assists against Fairlawn. Serves it a little too long there. Point for Old Bridge. So a couple of wasted opportunities for Southern in the last couple of service opportunities with service errors into the net, and that one going long and out of play. Blake Kraft as that goes long itself. So both teams trading service errors, trading the points, and it's back to a 3-point lead for Southern at 18-15. Now it's going to be Landon Davis, the junior, to serve this one. 115 service points on the season, along with 15 aces. It looks like it's going to be a timeout taken before we will get to that service. 18-15, the lead now for Southern Regional here in set number 1. Yet, as I mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast, fans, Southern has only gone to 3 sets twice this entire season. They went to 3 sets in a win against Scotch Plains Fanwood on May 4th, and 3 sets in a win against St. Joseph Metuchen on May 7th. Other than that, it's been clean sweeps throughout the entire season, 2-0 victories. This is a team that prides themselves on their dominance this season, as they are not even allowing opponents to get a semblance of hope in the course of their hard-fought matches. Old Bridge defeated Scotch Plains Fanwood 2-1 in the semifinals, 26-24 first set. Then they dropped the second set 25-15, but came back to win the third set 25-22 to punch their tickets to a 4th consecutive appearance in this state final. They have been flawless in the 3 previous trips to the state championship round. 2018, 2019, and then last year, 2021. So out of the timeout, here's the service for Southern. Old Bridge does not score the winner. That goes out of bounds on the far side. The largest lead of the opening set now for the Rams at 4, 19-15. Everyone was waiting to see whether or not that did go, in fact, out of bounds on the far side. Now looks to be another timeout taken before Southern will serve up 19-15. What an exciting season already in New Jersey volleyball. Old Bridge shaking things up. They came into today's match ranked number 7 in our NJ.com top 20. Southern has been the top dogs for quite some time in our rankings. Old Bridge is trying to continue their revenge path to a 4th consecutive state championship. On their road to this state final here in South Brunswick, they had to go through St. Joe's Metuchen. St. Joe's Metuchen, the Falcons, were their Achilles heel this season. They had defeated Old Bridge 3 consecutive times before Old Bridge finally exacted revenge in the sectional final on June 3rd. Then they defeated Scotch Plains Fanwood, who they had lost a match to earlier in the regular season. Now they're trying to complete that revenge tour to knock off Southern, a team that has bested them twice so far this season. Out of the timeout, again, it's going to be service for Landon Davis in Southern. Davis too long on that service. Point for Old Bridge, 19-16. Now the lead for Southern. Jacob Lipinski, the sophomore, will come in to serve here for Old Bridge. Lipinski had 4 kills, 5 digs, and 3 service points back on May 19th in the last meeting between these two schools. Now a chance here for Old Bridge, dug out here by Keene and company, and again, Old Bridge just not able to handle. Going to his back was Kraft trying to link up with Alex Kaloji, but Kaloji just could not center that pass down to get it over in time. Back to a 4-point advantage for Southern. They lead 20-16 here in set number 1. Again, it's Nick Paserchia serving here for the Rams. Jasmine started it off. Great job of digging it out by Southern. They just can't track it down in time, though. Angelo Adiago, the sophomore, tried to range over to the far side, but his deflection actually went backwards rather than up and over the net. No chance of securing the possession over to Old Bridge. It goes as a point for the Knights, 20-17, their deficit. Flores will serve. Keene dug out there by Flores. Now into the top of the net. Southern again camping out in front. That's been the storyline so far. That time it actually hurt them. Deflected off the hands of a man in front. Might have gotten off the hands of Nick DiMaria. That's going to be back-to-back points now for Old Bridge. The Knights trying to make a run here late in the opening set. They're back to within 2 at 20-18. Keene blocked away, deflected. Out of bounds and into the hands of head coach Eric Maxwell. Maxwell, who has over 1,000 wins as the leader of both the boys and girls volleyball programs at Southern. He has captured 7 state titles, 6 of which in the boys' side. 21-18 now the lead, and there's a service ace for Southern. Lead is now 4. It's 22-18. Southern Regional back on top by 4. It's going to be another timeout here in the opening set. Old Bridge had cut that deficit just moments ago, back down to 2 before Southern has now rattled off back-to-back points to take back a 4-point advantage. They've only trailed Old Bridge once so far in this opening set, and are 3 points away from capturing the opening set of this 2022 state final. Last season, Southern went 30-2 overall. That loss to end their season, that was the most disappointing one. They went into the state final considered to be the favorites, but came away with that hard-fought defeat. They lost the opening set against Old Bridge again, 25-21, battled back, forcing in extras 29-27 as it went past the 25-point threshold, as both teams were just trading points back and forth. And then Old Bridge again had the form in the third and deciding set to win their third straight state crown. An Old Bridge rally here late in the opening set. What an emphatic spike and finish! Chanisov finishing it off with the point there. Service going back to Old Bridge. It's now 22-19. Can they generate some offense here on their serves? Southern has routinely had the answer here defensively in the first set of play. Trying to drop shot in front. Flores dug it out. Now a drop shot for Old Bridge. Setting it up in front of the net. Trying to dump move. Stuffed at the net. Southern now trying to win it back. Send it over. Here's Keene. He tries the floater. And there's going to be a point. A carry is called against Old Bridge. And Flores underneath the ball. Big point there for Southern as Old Bridge was trying to build a little momentum. Now 23-19. The lead for Southern. Rams 2 points away from securing that opening set. Dug out by Olcott. Tap attempt, and it just goes in fair after it was deflected off the hands of a Southern player in between the back line and the front line. 23-20, Old Bridge serves. Obdike now serving. Leads the team with 366 digs on the season. Is the libero here for the Knights. To the near side, deflected out of bounds. Matthew Recook, the senior outside hitter, had some velocity on that. And now it's set point. 24-20, Southern leads Old Bridge. trying to capture the first set of this 2022 state final. Lucas Keene will serve. Sent right back, tip shots, no good in front of the nets. Here's Southern with a chance, diving effort, but it's deflected out of bounds as a player for Old Bridge also went tumbling head over heels at the scores table. Blake Krapp with that hustle play. Everybody seems to be okay at the scores table. What fireworks to end our opening set. 25-20, won by Southern Regional. They will take a 1-0 lead here as we'll have a timeout before we get underway for the start of the second set. So again, it is a 1-0 lead for the #1 team in New Jersey as Southern leads Old Bridge after capturing that opening set here at South Brunswick High School. What a capacity crowd that has been enjoying this one and has been loud as well. We have been hearing the student sections loud and clear for where we are high atop the court. Both fan bases have been trading and serenading one another throughout the course of this afternoon, early evening. So Southern takes a 1-0 lead on the scoreboard here at South Brunswick, winning 25-20 in our opening set of action. Lucas Keene was so potent on the outside. Keene, who had 14 kills, 5 digs in the last win against Old Bridge for Southern back on May 19th. He's been a facilitator, and once again in that opening set, Old Bridge was having all sorts of problems trying to contend with the Southern front line in the front of the net. That has been short-circuiting all type of scoring runs by Old Bridge in that opening first set. Old Bridge led only on one occasion. It was Southern leading close to start to finish. Later on today. So we get back to the course of play. One set is in the book. As it is Southern on top by a score of 1-0 over Old Bridge, number 7 in the state, Southern number 1. They're one set away from procuring their 7th state championships, in school history, and first since 2017. Southern in their black uniforms, Old Bridge in their white uniforms. Old Bridge trying to make some history of their own here as well. A win would give Old Bridge their 4th consecutive state championship. That would be the most all time in terms of consecutive titles in New Jersey history. As Old Bridge will serve to begin. As that's going to be a winner from the far side for number 12, Nick DiMaria. Senior outside hitter. Had 1 kill, 1 dig in the win against Fairlawn. He subs off, giving his team a 1-0 advantage to start off. The Rams now serving for the first time here in set number 2. Drop shot, blocked in front. Lucas Keene camping out in front of the net. As Old Bridge trying to catch Southern by surprise, but the Rams were waiting for it. 2-0 start now for the number 1 team in what could be a championship set for them. There's some velocity deflected off of Southern. That's a point for Old Bridge. Chernisov getting the point there. 2-1 lead. Now Old Bridge serving. Initially it was mishit a bit off of Olcott's arm. He gets it over in time. Old Bridge looking to tie it up, and they do! Another thunderous point for the Old Bridge Knights. They've drawn level with Southern at 2-2. Old Bridge looking for their first lead of the second set. Here's an opportunity in front, trying to dump it over. Kept alive. Obdike diving, sprawling out. Libero with the hustle play. Deflected at the front. Setting up, turning around. Great rally between both sides. Finished off in front. Gavin Bates, number 10, the senior, who leads Southern Regional in blocks, making the stop in front to give the Rams back the lead at 3-2. (3-2) lead as Southern serves. Angelo Adiago doing the service. Old Bridge trying to get it over. Not enough touch on that one. Once again, try to use the fingertips to have that one fall right in front of those frontline blockers. Did not get up and over. 2 straight points now for Southern. They stretch their lead to 4-2. Adiago again serving. Big win there on the far side by Blake Graff. Graff, who leads Old Bridge in kills, blocks, and aces on the season. The junior getting the job done there. As the Old Bridge fans now start to chant Old Bridge to will on their Knights. Cross court, deflected up. Takes a bad carom off of one of the stanchions in the ceiling. Southern looking for the point. Obdike saving it from the far side. Another winner on the far side, deflected. Graff now starting to make his presence felt for Coach Andrew Hopman. 4-4 your score. Both teams with back-to-back 2-0 runs. Southern, that is ruled to be off the fingertips in front of the net, off of Old Bridge last, as it looked like that might be going long on the play. Instead, it's a Southern point. Rams back on top, 5-4. This is the second straight year that we've been treated to bring you all of this action in the boys volleyball final, and this is one of the better atmospheres that we've enjoyed all season long. We loved it last year. If possible, it's gotten even better this year. What a save! Dug out! And it ends up as a winner on the cross court. Finn Olcott, let's remember that play. Looked like it was about to be a point for Old Bridge. Olcott, spread eagle, just went head first to make the save, and then the carom went up and over the net and actually became a diagonal winner. 6-4 lead now for Southern. Can't build on that momentum as Keene's service goes long. 6-5 lead now for Southern as service will go over to Old Bridge. And Alex Kaloji, the senior, number 11, will be serving. As there's a whistle before that service could happen. I think they were trying to get correct substitution going here for Southern. Also looks like the scoreboard just went out. So the scoreboard went out just momentarily here in the gym, and now it's back and all right with the world. It's 6-5 lead for Southern as Old Bridge will serve. Again, Kaloji will do the honors. The left-hander, and initially that, and another finish to the near side by Drew McNellis. McNellis was a force on that near side wing back in the opening set as well. 7-5 lead now for Southern. Again, if Southern wins this second set, they will win the state title. They are up 1-0. Into the net, deflected down, another point. Largest lead of set number 2 now for Southern, 8-5. And it remains service for the Rams. Trying to go to 34-0 and cap off a perfect season. Timeout on the floor. 8-5 lead for Southern Regional. They took the opening set 25-20. Now lead set number 2, 8-5. You're watching all the coverage here on NJ.com, your broadcast home for the Spring Sports Championships. Out of the timeout, 8-5 lead for Southern as they continue to serve here in set number 2. Up 1-0. Rams have gone on a run a bit of late. It was tied at 4-4. They've secured 4 out of the last 5 total points in this match, and now is there a concern with how the net looks right now? Had a delay before with the scoreboard being shut down momentarily, and now Coach Andrew Hoffman is trying to correct how the antennas are stood up. Southern fans trying to think that it's a little gamesmanship being played here by Olbridge to slow down the momentum. Knights trying to stop the bleeding. They can't. Another block in front of the net. McNellis and Di Maria. Twin Towers in front. It's now a 9-5 lead for Southern. Olcott again with the service. In front, deflected. Last touch off of Southern, out of bounds. A much-needed point for Olbridge. 9-6 now their deficit. Can they get on a run with their service? Waycroft, who's been the one who's generated the offense, trying to do so here out of his service. Skying high, but again dug out here by Olbridge, but they just have it go out of bounds. Missed opportunity there. After the defense denied Southern's opportunity for a point, but then a miss hit out of bounds, costly against Olbridge. Back to a 4-point lead for Southern, 10-6. Landon Davis serving. The Knight fans trying to urge on their team, trying to spark a rally. Over to the far side, deflected. Again, another point for Olbridge. That time, Evan Jasmine, the junior outside hitter, went skyward. Jasmine coming off a 12-dig, 5-kill, 1-block performance in the 3-set win against number 2 Scotch Plains Fanwood in the state semifinal round. In Olbridge, they've been chopping down the top 5 opponents in their run to the state final. That's left and untouched by Southern. That'll go out of bounds for another point for the Rams. Once again, push their advantage to 4, 11-7. Olbridge has defeated 4 straight top 20 ranked opponents, including 3 straight top 5 teams Now trying to take down the biggest fish of them all, number 1 Southern. Easier said than done, as Southern will serve it. Flores, and that's going to be a point. Again, it looks like a carry call against Old Bridge. Largest lead of set number 2 now for Southern at 12-7. They won the opening set by 5, 25-20. Old Bridge will allow that floater to harmlessly fall out of bounds beyond the end line and the back line. It's going to be a point for Old Bridge and service for the Knights, down 12-8. David Flores, who has 166 service points on the season to lead Old Bridge, will serve. Keene makes his presence known. Again, he leads Southern with 326 kills on the season. At 9 kills against Fairlawn, 14 kills the last time these two sides met, number 15. He has been incredible whenever he's in the air. 13-8 now the lead for Southern. Oh, that's a money play there. Chernisov scoring that winner for Old Bridge just inside the back line. 13-9. Now the deficit for the 3-time reigning state champions in New Jersey boys volleyball, the Old Bridge Knights. And they spark a rally here midway through the second set. Keene defended in the back line, set up now to the near side, deflected, still kept alive by Southern. They'll get it up and over. Flores now setting up to the far side. There's another big win on the service. Blake Croft getting the job done on the far side. Evan Jasmine will serve, his team down by 3 now, 13-10. Southern leads here in the second set. Bob straight up, set up for Keene. Keene gets it blocked away. Southern scrambling a bit here. Keene at the net, can't get it over. Old Bridge going on a run. They trailed by as many as 5. Now the lead is cut down to 2, 13-11. And Old Bridge continues to serve. Once again, it's Evan Jasmine. And that is just a winner inside the back line by Southern. A huge momentum play there for the Rams. If that was deemed to have been out, that would have made this a 1-point set. Would have been 13-12 instead. Pinpoint accuracy on the placement of that shot makes it 14-11. With the timeout here on the floor, 14-11 the lead for Southern Regional right now. Again, if Southern goes on to win the second set, they will capture the state championship, their 7th all-time in program history, which would tie them with Bridgewater Raritan for most volleyball state championships in New Jersey history. It would also be the first state title for Southern since they won it last in 2017. The Rams winning titles in 2009, 2010, 2013, 2014, 2016, and 17. They were that team that was considered a dynasty of late before Old Bridge defeated them after Southern was going for the three-peat of their own. Old Bridge won their first state title, defeating Southern in 2018. They have twice met previous to this year's meeting. Southern in the state finals, they have won both times. Old Bridge has 2018 and 2021. So out of the timeout after that enormous point for Southern, it's a 14-11 lead for the Rams. Dug out there by Olcott. Old Dyke now getting it over. There's the big winner for Old Bridge. Krop is now trying to take control of this game, number 4 in white. Blake Krop, the junior, he's scoring all the winners right now on those emphatic finishes. Southern trying to respond with one of their own. defensively just launched over backwards and out of bounds near midcourt. That goes out of bounds. That's a point for Southern. They extend their lead back to 3, 15-12. 10 points away are the Southern Rams. Keene doing the serving. At the shoestrings, play made by Jasmine. Out in front. Dropped off, trying to find that winner was McNellis. Deflected away, out of bounds. Olbridge with the point. Southern has just not had an answer for defending against number 4 in white. Raff has had too much velocity on his shots. Every one of them seemingly deflected by Southern up and out of bounds. Up top at the net, trying to guide that one home. Olbridge pops it up skyward. Here's a drop shot attempt. Southern almost caught by surprise. The Rams get it up and over. Good volley between both sides. And now a point given to Olbridge. Olcott might have been called for the carry at that point. And now the lead is down to 1, 15-14. Again, Southern led by as many as 5 at one point in this second set. Olbridge has battled back. Pelogi was starting with the service, dug out. Southern looking for some room to operate up front. Sent backwards, Olbridge with momentum on its side. And now we're even at 15 all. Kraft is doing it himself. Again, can't stress it enough, number 4 has taken over in the second set when his team's needed him the most. Pelogi and Olbridge now serving to possibly take the lead, but his service is too long. Southern back on top, 16-15. Here in set number 2, and a capacity crowd filed in for South Brunswick High School. The same exact venue that saw Olbridge win in 3 sets against Southern a season ago, back on June 14th. That is the last time that Southern has lost a volleyball match. They have won 33 matches in a row here in 2022. Only 2 of which have gone the distance to 3 sets. A run of utter dominance here for Southern Regional. Olbridge, though, they're the kings until they're knocked off their throne. And you see that fight on full display here in the second set. 1 point lead for Southern as they serve with Finn Olcott, the libero. He also sent it too long. 16 all, service back over to Olbridge. Prof gets the ace just in front of the back line. He's a one-man wrecking crew here in the second set. And Olbridge has battled all the way back to take the lead, 17-16. Prof nearly got another one, trickled off the top of the net. And that is a winner. McNellis serves his team so well in the near side, outside hitter position. Now he's set up as a middle blocker. 17-17. Davis started off with the serve. Blocked backwards. This time the point for Southern. Adiego the man who made that play out in front. Angelo Adiego, 17 assists, 15 service points, 4 digs in the win against Fairlawn in the state semifinals. Made that play there. Adiego leads the team in both assists and service points, and he made the play up front that time. So the lead has been traded between both teams in back-to-back possessions. It's now 18-17, Southern back on top as we're moving closer and closer to the end of the second set. Will Old Bridge continue their ferocious comeback attempt, or will Southern finally have that knockout punch to try to bring them a state championship? They're already leading 1-0, having won the opening set 25-20. Old Bridge students have come wearing all purple, Southern fans wearing white in the stands. As the patrons have been standing in the stands underneath us and besides us almost for the entire second set. So out of the timeout, the lead and the serve resides on Southern's side. Davis, number 30, will do the serving. That one just goes out. He was trying to hit that line. Southern serves it too long, and it's now 18-18. Now Old Bridge will serve. Tribbiani, who's just come into the game, is serving. There's a block in front by Old Bridge. Massimo Rocco, the sophomore, giving Old Bridge their second consecutive point, and now the Knights back on top, 19-18. And Southern has only been pushed to 3 sets twice this season. There's an immediate response by McNellis. The senior tries to finish off his high school career on a winning note. His team came just shy of winning a title a season ago. He's deadlocked his score now at 19-19. Maserchia back to serve here for Southern. There's the winner in front. Rocco with another point. 20-19, Old Bridge starting to believe here. Again, they trailed by as many as 5 early on in the second set. Keene blocked away, inbounds, right in front of Coach Eric Maxwell. Point for Old Bridge, now their largest lead of this second set. It's 21-19 Knights. They have not won a set against Southern this season. Lost their first 5 sets over 3 matches. Old Bridge struggling to get it up and over. They do just in time. Southern leans on Keene. Opdyke dugs it out. But a point is called in favor of Southern. So it wasn't the clean defensive play. It's a point over to Southern, and the service still remains a 1-point lead for Old Bridge, 21-20. Down that far side, and that's going to be a point for Old Bridge. Chernisov finding the accuracy with that winner down that far line. 22-20 now the lead for Old Bridge. They were held to only 20 points in the opening set. They're 3 points away from forcing a third and final set here today. At front, dropped in to the far side. Point for Old Bridge. Here come the Knights. largest lead at 3, 23-20. Jasmine with the serve. Keene, shot deflected out of bounds in front of Coach Andrew Hopman. That'll be a point for Southern. Can the Rams go on a run here late? The three-time reigning champs not willing to take off the crown just yet. They've had the answers here late in the second set. They've changed a 5-point deficit into as many as a 3-point lead. They currently reside a 2-point advantage, 23-21. Here late in the second set. Again, if Old Bridge is victorious, that would force a third and final deciding set to decide who will win the 2022 state championship. Old Bridge, who have been the giant killers of late, have knocked off 4 straight top 20 opponents, 3 of which have been in the top 5. They're 25-7 on the season. They're trying to knock off Southern Regional, who have been a perfect 33-0 all season long. And only twice this year have they even allowed a match to head to 3 sets. They have won both of those times, but they don't want to even fancy that idea of facing Old Bridge in a third and deciding set. Southern serving now down by 2, 23-21. Over to the far side, and that's going to be too long, out of bounds, point for Southern. 23-22, Old Bridge now leads. That was a big point on the serve for Southern. Trying to pull back to within 1, now with another point here. They can deadlock it even at 23-all. Dyke setting it up. That's deflected, last touch, out of bounds, off of the fingertips of Southern in front. And now here's the set point for Old Bridge, 24-22. Dyke serving here for Old Bridge. Must have point there for Southern. They pull back to within 1, 24-23. Again, have to win by 2. So Keene has to be careful here in a serve. Anything that can go long in a service error would give Old Bridge the second set. They lead 24-23. Keene plays it, forces Old Bridge to return it. Blocked away, and is it ruled out of bounds? And it is out of bounds. Southern stating their case, thinking it deflected back inbounds on the near side. So it has been ruled that that was deflected out of bounds off of Southern last, and Old Bridge will rally to win the second set by a final score of 25-23. And for only the third time this season, Southern will have to play a third set, and will do so on the biggest stage here in the 2022 state championship. So Old Bridge showing off the heart of a champion, and a 3-time defending champion at that. They Welcome back inside South Brunswick High School as we're about to get underway for the third and final set of this 2022 Boys Volleyball State Final. Number 1 Southern, undefeated this season, perfect 33-0. They capture the opening set 25-20. They even generated a 5-point lead early on in the second set, only to see Old Bridge, the 3-time defending state champions in New Jersey, rally back and eventually procure a 25-23 second set that forces this third and final decisive set for all the marbles here. Dan Long, Josh Noble, once again honored to be here with you on NJ.com. All the momentum, all the emotion right now on the side of the men in white, as Old Bridge will begin the third set by serving with Flores. And there's a cross-court winner hammered home by Nick DiMaria. Southern leads 1-0. Old Bridge certainly has had the larger crowd here today. They have been raucous from the get-go, even an hour before the contest. Old Bridge again fumbles it in front of the net, into the net, and Southern jumps out to a 2-0 lead. Twice this season, Southern has gone to a third set. Both times they have come away victorious against Scotch Plains Fanwood and St. Joe's Metuchen. And that one goes in for a win. Southern again, we're trying to say they didn't touch it as that went long in the play. But the lead official begs to differ. He's the man who makes the defining call. He said that it went off a fingertip. A point for Old Bridge, and now service for the Knights. Old Bridge not faced at all that they have to go to a third set. They're 2-0 so far in their state playoff run, defeating Hillsborough in 3, as well as Scotch Plains Fanwood in the last round in 3. Knights looking for a second consecutive point. That one goes long this time, as now Southern with the point. They extend their lead to 3-1. Southern has been much more vocal with some of their players on the floor in their opposition to some of the calls that have gone against them in this match. That's a service error into the top of the net. Easy pickings for Old Bridge. Back to within 1 and serving. Obdyke, the senior. Dug out, nice play by Pasercia. Into the net, point for Old Bridge. Southern just couldn't maneuver in front to get a clean shot opportunity. It's now 3-3. Old Bridge with 2 consecutive points. Look at that elevation in front. Gavin Bates just seemingly hung in midair for a couple of seconds before depositing that one in for the point. 4-3 lead now for Southern. Keene serving this time. Old Bridge kills it off with the finish. Chernosov, what an emphatic finish, and he looked to his crowd as well to celebrate his work there. Southern trying to settle down their troops. 4-4 the score. Chernosov will check off. Logie now will serve. Set up. Oh, what a nice drop off. Looked like initially the first man to touch it at the net was just going to do a quick dunk over. Instead, he served it right on a platter for his teammate in front, who dropped it over for the point. Southern back in the lead at 5-4. Olcott will serve. The senior libero. Knocked down by Jasmine. Olcott just sacrificed everything for that one. Cross court denied for McNellis. Blocked away again, out of bounds, off of Southern last. They've just not been able to square anything up on their returns against Blake Croft. All day long, number 4's winners have deflected off a Southern defender last. Olbridge dancing on their sideline now, trying to urge on the momentum. That's going to be an ace! Back left corner. Second ace of the game for Blake Croft. Croft, a man on a mission here today. Leader in 3 statistical categories. Now Olbridge with a lead at 6-5. That's another ace! As Southern thought it was going wide again, it trickled off the nets. Pinpoint placement. It's been number 4's day. Olbridge now out to their largest lead of the third set, 7-5. Southern looks for an answer. Olbridge diving at the net front, trying to pop it forward. Again, one-handed that time by Kaloji. Drop shot. Saved in play. Now Southern, outstanding volley between these two sides. As Jasmine's shot, it's ricocheted, and they're going to say that went out of bounds on the far side. Southern is furious. Olbridge is ecstatic. 8-5 lead for the 3-time defending state champs. Now some adversity staring Southern in the face. Kraft. Shot goes long, just so. He was so precariously close to hitting that yellow back line. That would have given him another ace in his service rotation. Said it goes long, 8-6 now. The lead for Olbridge as Southern serves. Blocked in front, ricochets off of Olbridge. Point for Southern, 2 in a row for the Rams. Trying to fight back from a 3-point deficit of their own. Now they claw their way to within 1, 8-7. Still serving here with Landon Davis. In front, that's going to be a point whistled for Olbridge. Olcott has been vocal in his opposition, and it looks like he's been given the yellow. I think he was trying to argue that that should have been a carry against Olbridge, but again, he has been very passionate in approaching the net official constantly throughout the second and third sets with every call that has gone against Southern. So the official gives him a yellow. Service now for Olbridge, leading 9-7 here in the siding set of the 2022 volleyball season. Saved in the back line by Lipinski, but eventually won at the net by Southern. Lipinski saved it. I don't know if that would have gone long if he didn't get a piece of it. 9-8 the deficit for the number 1 team in New Jersey. Olbridge trying to beat Southern for a 3rd time in history in the state volleyball final. At the front, Flores setting up his teammate. That's what he does best. Flores leads the state in assists. Loco was the man who finished it off with the winner. 10-8 lead now for Old Bridge. Flores will serve. Nearly caught Southern a little flat-footed. Here come the Knights. Stuffed at the net. Once again, it's Lucas Keene. Keene, the junior outside hitter. Right in front to block it right backwards for an enormous point to prevent Old Bridge from once again extending their lead potentially to 3. Deflection, diving attempt by a couple of Ram backline defenders, and then it eventually is killed off from the far side. Last touch deflected off of Southern. Point for Old Bridge. 11-9, the lead now for the Knights. Trying to knock off their 4th straight top 5 opponent in New Jersey on a way to a 4th state championship. Southern, wow, that had some heat on that one. And some English as that spun around and Flores was eaten up on the play. (11-10), now the lead. Old Bridge trying to contend with that front line again. Southern had the clear advantage in the first set. Not so since. Couldn't get the drop shot to fall that time. Old Bridge, good defensive work. They'll take a 12-10 lead and back on service. Popped up. Old Bridge deflected out of bounds again. Last touch off of Southern. I can't remember a time in this overall championship match, fans, that we've seen Blake Kraft have something sent back his way that did not result in a point for Old Bridge. That shot too long for Southern. Momentum clearly on the side of the 3-time reigning state champs. They stretch their lead to 4. The deficit at 1 point for Old Bridge, down a set. In the second set was as many as 5, almost around this point in the second set. Now Southern facing a 4-point deficit of their own here in the third and final set. Old Bridge trying to hand Southern their first loss since the state final on June 14th last season. 33-0 this year. This is only the 3rd time that Southern has even allowed a match to go to a full 3 sets. Old Bridge 25-7. Their last loss came on May 13th against St. Joseph Metuchen 2-0. Since that point, they've rattled off their win streak. I should say, their last loss came on May 19th against Southern. They've been flawless ever since, having won 5 in a row. And Southern hunker down here. Old Bridge on top by 4. There's another win! Kropf again. Whether it's deflected or just clean kills, a man possessed. 15-10 lead for Old Bridge. In front, what a diving play by Flores to keep it in. Sent up and over by Old Bridge. Sent right back. Southern just kept it alive. Old Bridge finds the opening. Chernisov once again on that near side, outside hitter position. Largest lead of the 3rd set now for Old Bridge at 16-10. Blocked away, inbounds. The wheels started to come off here for Southern. They now face a 7-point deficit, 17-10. Coach Maxwell clapping, trying anything to keep the spirits high on his side. The Old Bridge fans are losing their minds. Rightfully so, now that finally stopped that run by the Knights. It's still a 6-point lead for Old Bridge. Trying to make history, trying to become the first school ever to win 4 consecutive state championships in New Jersey boys volleyball history. 3 other schools have won 3 in a row alongside this Knights side. Near side winner, 18-11 Old Bridge. Titles in 2018 over Southern, 2019, and 2021 also over Southern. 3rd all-time meeting between these 2 schools in the volleyball state championship round. Old Bridge won in 3 sets last year. Popped up by Jasmine. Flores over to the far side. Graf again! 19-11. All the momentum resides on the side wearing white and purple. Alex Kaloji trying to be part of a senior class that wins 4 state championships. What a full-on effort. And the back line by Keene of Southern. Keep this going. Grab tantalizingly close, has that lip off the top of the net and back onto his side. And that will be a much-needed point for Southern. 19-12. The deficit facing the unbeaten #1 ranked team in New Jersey in a 3rd and final set of their season. Just hear the oohs and ahs of the faithful. Oh, what a hook shot finish! Skying over everyone with one hand with a hook finish. 20-12 for Blake Kropf and Old Bridge. Southern running out of time. They have to go on a run of their own. Deflected out of bounds to the far side. Old Bridge now 4 points away from the 4-peat. They already have a dynasty. Now they can have history. 4 points away. Olcott getting it out. Goes out of bounds to the near side. 22-12, the lead for Old Bridge. Timeout on the floor. Listen to these Old Bridge fans. As they're points away from a 4th consecutive volleyball state championship. 22-12. Again, think back to that second set. Southern was up at one point midway through that second set by 5. They were sensing that they were close to delivering the knockout punch. The blow that would be enough to dethrone Old Bridge from atop their spot as the kings of New Jersey volleyball. But since that point, it has been all Old Bridge. The Knights battled back in the second set, would go on to hold off Southern 25-23 in the second set to force this 3rd set. And they have taken the 3rd set by the horns and have not relinquished their grip. 22-12, a 10-point lead. That's the one rare time that we've seen number 4, Blake Kropf, not be able to do something spectacular here today. 22-13, Southern trailing, but serving. Can they mount an epic comeback of their own? Blocked, and that's going to be a point for Southern. One of the few times that a deflection has actually stayed in play for the Rams. Back-to-back points for Southern. Their fan base now starts to get loud. 22-14 now the lead for Old Bridge, led by as many as 10. In front, blocked back again. McNellis. 3 straight points for Southern. Back to within 7, 22-15. Old Bridge 3 points away from the state championship. Flores setting up to the far side. Dropped in for the winner by Jasmine. 23-15. Old Bridge on top. Their fans now putting up 2 digits. 2 more points, it's all they need. And the chance of we want 4. Meaning 4 straight state championships. Southern trying to wipe up a wet spot right in front of the net, as Coach Eric Maxwell is the man doing it. Trying to slow down the pace a bit. We saw Coach Hopman kind of do the same as he was fixing the net back in the second set. And draws the cat calls this time from the Old Bridge faithful. 23-15 the lead. Old Bridge serving. Lipinski was the man doing the serving. That one hit off of the face of Old Bridge and went up and over and eventually ends as a Southern point. 23-16 the deficit, facing the #1 undefeated team in New Jersey. And will they lose in their final match of the season for the 2nd consecutive year to Old Bridge? They went 30, Southern went 30-2 last season, 33-0 this season. 23-16, their hill to climb. And now Old Bridge, 1 point away from the state championship. Match point, 24-16. David Flores, the senior, will serve here on match point. Southern getting it over. Dug out in the back line. Hits off the top, and that will do it. The 4-peat is official. Old Bridge wins in 3 sets and becomes the first school to ever win 4 consecutive boys volleyball state championships. Southern took the first set with a commanding 25-20 finish. Southern was up by as many as 5 in the second set, midway through. But then Old Bridge went back to what worked for them to win 3 consecutive state championships coming into today's action. And the heart of a champion on full display here today as the Knights powered their way back, down 5 in set number 2. Eventually would hold on to win 25-23 in the second set. And then dominance on full display in set number 3, winning 25-16 and ending a run at potential perfection for Southern Regional, and will hand Southern their lone defeat of 2022. So the four-peat is complete. History has been made here once again at South Brunswick as Old Bridge becomes the first school in New Jersey volleyball history to win 4 consecutive boys state titles, winning in 2018, 2019, 2021, and here today in 2022. And boy, did they earn it. A team that was ranked number 7 in our NJ.com top 20 coming into this championship round. Old Bridge finished off their season having defeated 5 consecutive top 20 opponents and 4 straight opponents ranked in the top 5 in the state. They enacted revenge against St. Joe's Metuchen, a team that had bested them 3 consecutive times in the regular season. They knocked them off in the sectional final. They defeated Scotch Plains Fanwood, the number 2 team in the state, a team that defeated them in the regular season, enacted revenge there. And then against a Southern regional team that had defeated them twice this year, both by 2-0 margins. They come back and win the final 2 sets to win here the state title. Title number 4 for Coach Andrew Hopman and the Old Bridge Knights. What another incredible finish and another fun time had by all here at South Brunswick High School. So for my cameraman and producer Josh Noble, I am Dan Long saying so long from South Brunswick. Old Bridge, your 4-time reigning state champs in New Jersey boys volleyball. We'll see you next time here on NJ.com. Take care, everybody.